Hey crafty friends, it's Annie from Vintage Lace Journal, and today I'm here with something slightly different to junk journaling. I'm here to show you how to make these lovely little paper flowers. They're super quick and easy to make, and obviously they look wonderful on the front of any journal that you've made or to add to any pages inside your journal. So if I just grab one of my journals here and open up a page, and obviously as you can see this could either be stuck inside your journal or it could be stuck on the front of a journal. Okay, so only a few things really needed for this. All you really need is some form of paper, so you can use book pages, or like I've done with this one, I just use a piece of 6x6 scrapbook paper, and I'm going to show you both ways how to do that. I've used a hot glue gun to pop a button in the middle of mine. Again, you could use some gems or anything like that. And on the back of these, there's just a little circle, which is just using a 1-inch hole, 1-inch punch and some craft card that I had as scraps. Okay, now I've inked the edges of mine, as you can see, and again you can choose whichever colours you want. I've done green and I've done purple, and this one I didn't ink because I thought it was quite a busy pattern anyway. I didn't really think that needed inking. It was just fine the way it is. Okay, so let's get started to show you how to make these. Now, the paper I'm using is from this book, Good Wives. So it's quite a small book page. It's not overly a large book page. The pages measure roughly 4 inches by 6 inches. But like I said, you can use 6x6 paper or whatever. Also, I've made a little template from a piece of card. This will determine the length of your petal. So this one was quite a larger one, whereas obviously this one, the template was slightly smaller. You can cut freehand as well if you want to, that's up to you. So what I did with my book page is, first of all, I folded it in half, and then I just tore that down. You don't want too many layers because obviously it's quite hard for you to then cut through, and you do get a raggedy edge. So I then fold my paper up in half once and then up over again. Okay, so that leaves you the open edges and the edges that are obviously all folded together. Now this is the edge that you want to put your template onto, so pop your template down and then draw around. Okay, then come in with your scissors and just cut round on there, and that will give you 2 of your petals. Now for these ones I have done 8 petals on this one, so 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. This one, because the paper was slightly smaller, I did 1 2 3 1 2 3, and as you notice, 3 of the petals face downwards in a mountain fold, 3 of the petals come up in a valley fold. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut the rest of my petals out. So remember, we fold up and up again, and you do want to make sure you give these nice creases in here so you do get that mountain and valley effect when you go to glue them down. Again, template on. Remember, it's on the closed side. Okay, so cutting there, all these little open edges can come away. Okay, I get a real good crease. So I've now got 4. And again, fold up and fold up again. You could also have larger petals on the outside, smaller petals on the inside. Once you've got the foundations of how to make the flower, obviously you can make it your own. So this time I'm going to have them as valley folds, so I'm going to pop them on this side, so I've got them, I'm not going to get muddled up. And fold up and I just found too much to try and cut through more than one layers, and it doesn't, you don't have to take your time. There we go. So I have my 4 mountain folds and my 4 valley folds. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to ink those. Let me go in with my green ink. Now because this is paper, you won't be able to do the kind of round motion because it will just fold it up. So I'm just going from the out, in. No, I'm not. I'm going from the in, out, and just flicking away. Just pulling my sponge outwards. There we go. And this will help minimalise any tears in the paper. If you try to do that, it would just curl up. So they're my mountains, and then this time remember they're going to be folded as valleys, so you want to do the inside. And ink them all. You could also do different inking colours. You might want to ink the outside one colour and the inside a different colour. Whatever you like to do. Have a little play, have an experiment. There we go. So next thing I'm going to do is I've just got a piece of scrap card, craft card here. So I'm just going to go in with my hole punch and cut out a 1-inch circle. Now this is where we start to build the layers. Now on this one I did the valley fold at the bottom and the mountain fold on top, and it gave an effect that these one kind of pinched up and outwards, and then on this one I did it the opposite way, so they kind of like the mountain fold popped out here. So it doesn't matter which way around you do it, you do need to keep them the same way on each one though. So I'm going to come in with my valley fold first, and all you do is put a tiny little blob of glue on the end, come in and stick it onto your card. So do opposite sides first, and then top and bottom. There we go. And it doesn't matter if the glue's seeping out here because you're going to cover this centre part up anyway. Okay, so there we have all of our valley folds. And now we're going to come in with our mountain folds and do exactly the same thing, and we're going to go in between where the other petals sit. There we go. And that is the basis of your flower. And it kind of like gives it a really good 3D effect because these ones sit downwards and the other ones sit upwards either side. So as you see, you've now got this part in the middle. And what you do in this part is up to you. You might want to colour it in, you might want to put glitter glue inside of there. I've just chosen to come in with a button. I have this massive jar of buttons and I keep thinking, how can I use them on my projects? So here we go. So small bob of glue and pop that on there, and there we go. Nice and simple. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do the same thing, exactly the same thing, but this time with a piece of 6x6-inch scrapbook paper. So what I did this time was I folded in half. Give that a really good crease. In half again. No, I didn't. I went up into thirds and then up again. Okay, so let me just show you that again. So I folded in half and then into thirds, up and up. Okay, what I then did was I simply just cut that in half without measuring, eyeball it, and I cut it in half. And then again, making sure you've got your corner So your edge that's all together, not your edge that are apart. And I'm just going to go in and freehand it this time. From one corner to the other. So that kind of shape. And then just use that one to go around on here. There we go. Now obviously when you come to get these ones, because it's single-sided paper, some of your valley folds will be on the other side. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3 mountains and 1. So just turn these over the other way. 2, 3. And again, same principle as before. Just come in with your 1-inch cutter. And then we're just going to do a 3 style. So obviously not opposite and then 4. It would kind of have to be here, here and here. And again, I'm eyeballing this. So I'm going to come in with my mountains first this time. So blob glue on the end. Okay, and then come round slightly on top. Not sticking. And then last one at the bottom. It's like a propeller kind of shape. And then again, valley folds on top this time. So you can make these really big, or you can make them really tiny. It depends on the project you're doing, the template you've got. There we go. Just going to hold that for a minute and choose another button. And there we go. So that's with a 6 petal. So I'm just going to come in with my glue gun again. And my button. And there we go. All finished. So there we have it. Paper flowers. And as you can see, they're quick to make. All different kind of designs, whatever papers you've got. And I think they look really effective on all different types of project. So thanks for watching again, and I will see you on Tag Time Tuesday. Got a lovely project in the pipeline for you this week. I'm going to be layering up some tags. Welcome to my new subscribers. Thank you for those of you returning, and have a fantastic week, everybody. See you on Tuesday. Bye.